It is both natural and necessary for young leaders to try to prove themselves by doing everything themselves. It's natural because, as a leader, you want to set the pace even as you demonstrate that nothing is beneath you. It's necessary because most of the time nobody is around to help. But what may initially be natural and necessary will ultimately limit your effectiveness. Perhaps the two best-kept secrets of leadership are these. 1. The less you do, the more you accomplish. And 2. The less you do, the more you enable others to accomplish. As a young leader, my biggest mistake was allowing my time to be eaten up with things outside my core competencies. I devoted an inordinate amount of my first 7 years in ministry to things I was not good at, things I would never be good at. At the same time, I invested little energy in developing my strengths. I am a good communicator. I am not a good manager. I am a good vision caster. I am not good at follow-up. I know how to prepare a message. I am not good at planning an event. And yet early on I did nothing to hone my communication skills. Instead, I spent a great deal of time trying to become a better manager and a better event planner. When it came to communication, I would often wing it because the time I should have used to prepare talks had been consumed by other things. And this was the one area in which I could wing it. The problem was that somewhere along the way I had bought into the myth that a good leader has to be good at everything. So I operated under the assumption that I had to upgrade my weaknesses into strengths. After all, who would follow a leader who wasn't well-rounded? After graduate school, I went to work for my dad. As a minister to students, my primary responsibilities revolved around developing a strategy for involving junior high and high school students in the life of the church. The fact that this was my first job opportunity after grad school, combined with the reality that I was working for my dad, sent me into the workforce determined to succeed. I felt the need to prove myself by working harder than anyone else around me. I came in early and went home late. I was in constant motion. But I didn't work smart. The majority of my time was devoted to tasks I was not good at. I was 8 years into my career before I realized that my real value to our organization lay within the context of my giftedness, not the number of hours I worked. From that point forward, I began looking for ways to redefine my job description according to what I was good at, rather than simply what I was willing to do. I discovered that there were some balls I had no business juggling. When I finally mustered the courage to let them fall to the floor and roll over in the corners, I began to excel in juggling the 2 or 3 balls I was created to keep in the air in the first place. My success attracted others who were committed to the same cause. While we shared the same passion for students, our skill sets were different. It wasn't long before they began picking up the stray balls I had let fall. The responsibilities I was reluctant to relinquish turned out to be opportunities for others. The very activities that drained me fueled other team members. Consequently, I began to do more communicating and less event planning. I learned how to spend the majority of my time at the 30,000-foot level while remaining accessible to team members who were closer to the action. I spent more time strategizing and less time problem-solving. I became far more proactive about what I allowed on my calendar. I became more mission-driven rather than need-driven. And now I want to give you that same vision as it relates to your core competencies. Only do what only you can do. This might seem unrealistic from where you sit today. You might even laugh out loud. But once you get past the seeming improbability of this axiom, write it down and work toward it. What are the 2 or 3 things that you and only you are responsible for? What specifically have you been hired to do? What is success for the person in your position?